Aloha, Students for Life of America. I'm not in my home in Hawaii, but as you can tell, I'm not with you in San Francisco. And I really wanted to be there with you. I love San Francisco, and there's not an organization that I love more in the world than Students for Life of America. And the reason I love Students for Life of America is because it's made up of the most courageous young men and women in America. Young people who stand in solidarity with the most vulnerable member of the human family, the child in the womb. But you're not just committed to protecting the child in the womb from the violence of abortion. You're committed to protecting all vulnerable people. And that's why it's a privilege to talk to you today. I am in Iraq, in the Nineveh Plains. This is the Monastery of St. Matthew's. I'm from Hawaii. It is winter here, and we are high up, and I'm really cold, so forgive me for shivering. But the name of your conference, the motto is heroic. And as a filmmaker, I really like that. I like that theme because all stories are really just one story. It's called the monomyth. And it comes from this idea that there's a heroic journey or a hero's journey. And every journey begins with a call to adventure. And that call to adventure is when you discover a grave injustice. Most people, they discover grave injustices and they never answer the call. But if you're at the Students for Life of America conference, you've answered the call. And you've said, I want to stand in solidarity with the vulnerable. And you're just at the beginning of your journey, your hero's journey. And you're going to have to cross threshold guardians. Those are people who are going to tell you it's imprudent to stand in solidarity with the vulnerable, that there are risks to standing in solidarity with the vulnerable. Well, the great anthropologist and cultural critic Rene Girard, who taught near San Francisco at Stanford, would say that to live in solidarity with the vulnerable is to become vulnerable. That's fine. There's no way that you can truly be in solidarity with the vulnerable without you yourself taking a risk and becoming vulnerable. If you find that you're standing in solidarity with the weak, but you become empowered by it, you're actually exploiting vulnerable communities for your own benefit. And so when you stand in solidarity with the child in the womb and you're in college, that's really unpopular. It's easy to speak out against global warming and things like that. But as you get older and you get into positions of power and influence, there'll be other opportunities to stand with other vulnerable communities, like the Chaldeans, Assyrians, Yazidis, Kuwaitis, the children of the New Mountains. And you'll have an opportunity to use your positions of power and influence, your talents, your skills, your time, and your treasure to benefit the weak. So, from Iraq, I wish I could be there with you. I'm going to be in Washington, D.C. for the D.C. conference later in the week. So, if you miss me, fly there. But thank you for answering the heroic journey, the hero's journey. Thank you for answering the call to adventure. Now make coalitions, make friends, and you're going to have a beautiful, joyful life. There's no better way to live than to share your blessings with the weak. And one day we'll all become weak ourselves. We'll all become vulnerable ourselves, and then we'll have the opportunity to graciously accept help from others. And that's also a blessing. So God bless you, Students for Life of America. Kristen Hawkins, I'm so proud of you and Tina Whittington and the rest of your staff. You do an incredible job. You are truly, I believe, the most important organization in America. You're transforming our country. But remember, human dignity begins in the womb. But we are not anti-abortion activists or even pro-life activists. We're telling the truth about the human person. That's what we are. We're telling the truth about the human person activists. And the truth is that the human person has an incomparable dignity, beauty, and worth. There is nothing more precious in the created world than the human person. And you know that. So enjoy the conference, and I look forward to seeing some of you in Washington, D.C. Aloha and God bless.